And we are live. I almost forgot which button I had to press.
Hello.
Signs that you have not played enough D&D in the past couple months is when you forget what your setup is and you don't know which button you have to press to go live on everything.
To be fair, it has been a while.
It definitely has been a while, and you know, I'm hoping the summer is kinder to us than it has been in the past.
Hopefully.
Because I am absolutely missing D&D. And when I don't play D&D, I make D&D, and that's a curse because then I have campaigns that are never going to see the light of day.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been playing far too much Final Fantasy 16 and other like story-driven fantasy games, so it's like, oh yeah, I could use this. I could use this. And now it's just a curse.
A curse that keeps on giving.
Sure, let's go with that. Let's go with that. But yeah, so it's been a while, but here we are once again. The last time we were here, everyone was getting ready for their final day in the Blood Hunter camp. Well, the final evening, as you all laid down to rest before setting out into the forest beyond the border, a land that for as long as you have been alive, you have been told that this place is a cursed land, that it pretty much kills anything that sets foot inside of it. To this day, the only records of people being able to go into this land are the Blood Hunters. For some reason, their initiation ritual makes them immune to the corruption. What this corruption is, you honestly don't know. It depends on who you ask. It's sort of like in the past 200 years has devolved into pretty much just a fable. Some say it mutates the body. Some say that you just die and your spirit is consumed. Others say that you are influenced by darker deities to try to bring the corruption further on past the border. Whatever it is, you have a protection as you have those amulets. As long as you wear the amulet and you walk past the borders, you should be fine. With everything you have been told, there isn't really anything to refute it.
There's also really nothing to prove it.
Nope.
So
nothing to prove, nothing, anything like that. It's just, again, speculation.
Here we go.
Pretty much.
I have a question. You say that only the Blood Hunters have ventured out there. Would I have any knowledge of any druidic clans that ever tried to heal the area? Like, that maybe failed, like stories of attempts to go into the area from the druid clans?
You've heard that there have been previous attempts made by other druids, other druid circles and everything to go into the corruption and sort of try to drive it back, as it is like a blight on the, like, pretty much all of life in that this small little bowl of sand that you call home, that they have ventured past the borders, but nobody's heard from them afterwards.
Okay. So no stories made it back.
No stories made it back, but at the same time, there's no confirmation of death. There's just, they went into this corruption, and when they came back, they didn't come back. So they were just assumed dead, as nobody really wanted to venture into it looking for them.
Hey, well, I think Reiju would forego cooking because we just had a dinner. Doesn't make much sense to do that.
Midnight snack.
She'll put the rations back where they were and basically have them ready for tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Um,
And you really don't have to do watches or anything like that because you are in this base. And I don't really have anything planned to disrupt you tonight, as the main focus is getting your asses into the forest.
How thoughtful. If that's the case, yeah. Knowing that wandering around would be a bad idea anyway, so she just kind of relents and heads back to her bed in the mechanics room.
Okay. So night sort of passes without any incident. Sleep comes easier to some than others. Juniper pretty much stays up all night talking and berating her brother for being an idiot. In the morning, she very nonchalantly leaves a letter for each of you saying that she is going to be staying behind for a little bit to catch up with Theo and find out what his plans are, and ensuring that he's going to be safe before she will follow you into the forest. But not to worry, she knows her way around tracking.
Okay.
Did we just remind me as a player real quick? Did we ever give her an amulet?
Yes.
Did we have a spare one to give her?
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had
We had snits.
yeah, you had Snits
Right,
and you
yes,
had Zelarks.
Zelark.
So
Mhm.
yeah,
to
you most
make
definitely
sure before we parted ways.
you most definitely have spares. So, but I would assume at this point in time everybody has, like, everybody who needs one has an amulet on them.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
There should be no excuses for not having one. Just kidding.
And does that mean we have one extra then, or do we just have enough for?
You currently have one extra on you
Okay.
at the moment.
Who's holding on to that?
I would assume Juniper.
Well, no, she has hers.
She has
but
hers,
the-
but
Okay, so she has hers. Then
yeah,
that
because she
one would
has Snits, and
be-
then Zelarks is still with you.
that one's extra.
Yeah.
Would you want to be the keeper of those, Reiju, or?
Yeah, I'll hold on to it and make sure that if somehow, some way, you lose one, I can just throw that one at the person.
Yeah.
And
Or if
then-
we randomly find a survivor out there or something that's gone mad because of whatever it is. It's
That
just
could
useful to
also be
have
a
an
thing,
extra
yes.
around,
Are we
So.
saying that there are probably people that we may or may not know or come across?
I'm sorry.
I don't.
What was that?
In character, I'm asking
character?
Sarah.
Okay.
In character, I'm asking Sarah. Is there a chance that if we go in there and we recognize someone, we could possibly see if they're like alive or
We can
Admit.
try. I mean, there could be
Hmm.
people that have gotten lost or under bespelled and have been stuck. It's possible. There's a lot of stories about this area, and not much is known if what's true, what's not true, what's made up or based on
Right.
something. So it's kind of a big question mark area.
That's well, if the possibility is there, let's try and stay vigilant.
Yeah, and I also wouldn't maybe trust what you see all the time either. I think it's going to be an area that could be quite deceiving at times.
I'll see about looking through the mechanic shop for a 10-foot lead pipe.
That's like what would you use the pipe for exactly?
Hitting the ground, see if it's soft or not.
Oh, I thought you meant just like you would just stick it out and poke people with it to see if
Oh
they were
no,
really
that
there.
that would be an assault. No, although that does sound kind of funny, but no, basically, if we find something that doesn't feel right, we can prod around and hopefully that helps.
I think pretty much everything's not going to feel right, but maybe there's areas that will feel extra not right.
Exactly. This is Reju's brain working at 100%. Other than that, she's
The
just like,
cooling
"Yeah,
fans are spooling up inside.
something happened. And then it's gone. All right. I'm gonna go get some rest. I don't think I'll be cooking in the morning. I think we'll just be heading out. So there's plenty of rations. Just grab a few on your way out and we'll gather there.
Yeah, if we could get some extra from the blood hunters, that might be a good idea. I don't know if I would trust anything we would hunt there.
We could leave that
Let's,
to Nirix. I mean, she would know how to talk to them.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe she can get some extra supplies for us from them. That's a good idea.
Mhm.
So I'll basically go over to Nirix. I know that Zoro's a little kind of I don't know, she's here or AFK still a little bit, but I know that they're
Zara
listening.
has their headset down. Yeah.
So, yeah. So whether you can respond or not, Asira is going to relay that information to Nirix to contact the blood hunters for some extra rations because I don't know what the food situation is going to be like on the other side, and so we might need to rely on our own rations for a while. And Syra can create water, but she can't create food. So, except for good berries, but which I guess actually would work because that would fill you up for the
Yeah.
day.
Good
So we
berries
might
would
actually
yeah.
be fine.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's
Good
fair.
berry,
Yeah.
like
I
good
forgot I
berry
could do that.
doesn't have a
Oh.
lot of taste to it, but it fills you up for a day.
Yeah, because
I'm
my
gonna- I'm
I forgot
gonna-
my armor just grows them. So
That's right. And I'm also gonna say, I guess bringing our own food would be a bad idea in an infested wasteland because we don't know if it'll permeate that. So better to have the good berries first.
yeah, but it doesn't hurt to have extra rations because
Exactly.
I'm not expecting anything to happen to me, but if I go down, all my gear is not going to work because it kind of is powered by Druid. So we
Fair.
won't have any more
Fair.
good berries. So don't just rely on me.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I'm going to get some sleep. Is there a garden area somewhere in the Blood Hunter compound?
Not really. They're not much like anything that they have in regards to plant life are pretty much cordoned off inside like an alchemical quarters, and they're
Oh.
like little personal planters. They're not anything huge, and it's just there to grow things, like grow plants and herbs and whatnot for their like their blood hunter concoctions.
So okay.
Test subjects. That's what you'd be talking to.
Yeah, that sounds sad. Clinical.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll just go to whatever bedroom Nirix is heading towards. I'll just let her show me where I could sleep. Since there's no garden
Yep.
for me to lay out in.
Nope.
It's not like yeah.
The blood hunters are probably about as far away from Druid as you can get. Like the way that this camp is set up is it's set up in like a military strategic situation, and not
Yeah.
more open floor space for laying out on the floor and staring up at the stars.
Makes sense that my sister would gravitate towards something polar opposite. All right.
That's
Well,
what
I mean,
want.
she didn't really have a choice either, but
I got Zoro posted in Discord that Nirix's thumbs up for more food supplies from the order.
cool. Thank you, Nirix.
I will put my phone right here so I can see Discord messages if they pop up.
Yeah, I'll keep it up too so I can see.
It will kill my battery because it's at 29%, but that's my fault.
There's not a charging cable at the desk?
There is, but it's not long enough to reach where my phone is at.
Fair.
But so yeah, you go ahead and get your rest for the night. You have access to about a small section of like the common barracks. That's you're pretty much all in like not adjoining beds, but beds that are next to one another.
Is there any extra beds in here, or is it just enough for us?
There are open beds from time to time where blood hunters are getting up and leaving the barracks in order to take their shift, but there isn't anything necessary that would be considered like a free bed. It's pretty much just use what you can.
I will not be rude then. I will not take some blankets from those beds to make a fort out of.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
The fort is a good idea, honestly.
Need to start carrying some extra blankets in my bag of holding.
I forgot you have a black. Is that new? The bag of holding?
I've had it since like session 3. I keep forgetting I have it as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I do keep all of my like perishable stuff in there, which is probably a good thing if we're heading into a potentially poisonous area.
Yeah.
I don't think the poison will be able to permeate the bag. Hopefully, we never know.
So we give all the rations over to you to put into the bag of holding.
Yeah, and everyone.
So it looks like Zoro just crashed.
Dropped. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's been happening recently.
I'm sure she'll be back.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
There she is.
Hey. Huzzah.
Also, everyone knows where I keep the bag as well, just on my hip, in case anything ever happens to me and you guys need to access the bag for any reason. It's out in the open. You guys know which one it is.
Funny thing is, I still don't know how to navigate your bag. Because I haven't asked.
Just reach in there and hope for good results.
Reach in there
Great.
and yeah, just think of something and maybe you'll grab it.
This will solve our problem. Bomb. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Pull out a big stack of forged documents.
Sir, one of these should work. Yeah.
One of these is a permit.
But I have a permit.
So night passes. Fortless. The beds aren't really that great, but they serve their purpose. And you wake up I should say you are woken up at like the ass crack of dawn. Like there is no sleeping in or anything like that. You are poked and prodded by a couple tired and agitated looking blood hunters.
I'm going to ask one of them if they know, before we go, I have something that needs to be identified, if they have any people with that skill for magic, like a magical identify.
They kind of just like stare at, and you could see that they've probably just gotten off like a 14-hour shift. They're like,
I offer them a good berry.
I've already eaten.
Okay.
Take it to the alchemist, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, great. Thank you. Where can I find them?
Not here.
Okay.
Now please vacate the barracks.
Yep. I'm going to poke Nerix and ask her to take me to wherever this alchemist person is.
Okay.
I assume she will do so.
I will attempt to take her to the alchemist.
Thank you.
Just in time. Hello. King. Okay, yeah. You're like, all right, fine, go.
I don't want to take too long with this, but like I'm basically gonna hold up, because I just realized looking through my inventory that I had this sapphire necklace of evocation magic, but we don't know what it is because we couldn't identify it.
That's a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
Well, not that long ago. It's just the Oasis merchant. So from the
tattoos?
No, from recently, that place that was like all an Oasis, they were all dead people. But the items that we got there didn't.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but the items didn't disappear, just the people.
Village.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mobby.
So I got it from one of the merchants there, and I detected magic, and it's got evocation magic on it, but I didn't know what else. So I will
You
ask.
need to identify it.
I just need to identify
basically.
it. Yeah.
And you got this
Water
from the Oasis?
Yeah, the merchant in the Oasis that was actually deserted, but we fought like some shadow creature that was like stalking, that I kept seeing glimpses of, but we would forget the creature and we turned away and like
Oh,
then
the city that got destroyed when you put the thing with the other thing, when you put the eyes together.
Yep.
Is it that one, or was it the one?
Were those two connected, or
yeah, because you had
because I thought the eye thing happened with the drag. No, it wasn't. Those separate.
No, because the thing
Okay.
that the shadow thing that you killed in the town was the one that dropped the eyes.
Oh, okay.
And then you put them together, and it woke everything up.
It was from a merchant that I guess wasn't really there or died or something. But when the town was still there, the like Oasis, all the people were still there. I bought it.
Also, where I got my dagger.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what that was.
Well, you don't have to tell me now.
It was. You said no, because yeah, you're right. It was evocation magic.
Yeah, and the description you gave me was a necklace of sapphire, ruby, emerald, on a silver chain setting with a triangular base. That was the description.
Oh, okay.
The Triforce.
The Triforce.
Yeah, it was a Triforce of sapphire, ruby, and emerald.
Okay.
With evocation magic apparently emanating from it, but I don't know anything else.
Yeah, because
water ball.
Yeah, because evocation is all like physical attacks and whatnot.
Yeah.
Water ball.
Water ball, yeah.
Water ball, fireball.
Electro ball.
Plant ball.
Basketball.
I don't know. Basketball, yeah. That's funny.
Underwater.
It's just a bunch of reeds wound up together to make a basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember what this was. Okay, so this chain with the sapphire, the emerald, and the ruby, this allows you to change the elemental output of an evocation spell. So kind of like, changing fireball to water ball or whatever. But you can do, as long as you're wearing this, you can do this either to your own evocation magic or any evocation magic that's being cast around you. So it allows you to sort of change what the elemental like output for these spells are.
Okay.
Come in handy if something's weak to fire. Then it's like, cool, I'm gonna use starlight, but it's fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And does it have a few charges of that, or like I can just make the decision, or how does it work?
It's got 3 charges on it, and it will recover 1d3 charges, every day.
Is it an attuned item?
It is an attuned item, yes.
Got it.
Thanks, alchemist.
He kind of looks over at Nereus, like, you good on your stuff?
Yeah. Was just gonna get some more items because I don't know how long we're gonna be in there, so just make sure we have some extra rations just in case. Do you have any to spare?
Well, I'm the wrong guy to be talking to for rations. If you needed refills on your components for your potions, or not your potions, but your blood hunter drinks, or if anything like that, I would be the one to talk to. But since you're heading out beyond the wall, normally you can pick up your mutagens. Thank you, Rosa. I was gonna call it blood hunter Kool-Aid.
I mean, not wrong.
Not wrong. But but since you're heading out, everyone will be given a standard provisions pack at the gate when you leave.
That would be appreciative. Thank you. Actually, while I'm here, before I head out, I have been using my potions kit to both make potions and some antidotes. So just a replenish of those items actually would be much appreciated in case I need more. But
Just need a top
I
off.
won't need them, but everyone else will. Yeah, because I've used a fair amount of these already, so it would be nice to top it off for the others. I'll make more.
He nods and he takes your alchemist kit and he just sort of goes through the like the personal planters that he has in like the back of his quarters and just starts filling them up with like the necessities.
I'll pass over both my alchemist kit and my poisoner's kit, just so I have both of those kind of topped off, since I have used both of them before. So
he
just as a top off.
Without any issue, he tops them off.
Perfect. She'll bow with appreciation. Like, thank you. I'm sure this will come in handy when we're out there.
Well, we can't have one of our hunters dying out in the wall because they were underprepared and anything that I have to oversee. That would be a that would be a mark of my reputation.
Any extra healing salves as well that we can get or purchase?
Healing salves?
Mm-hmm. Or portions?
All of that will be in the pack. Most of the things that I deal with here are mutagens and are poisons.
Oh yeah, okay. Thank you.
Alchemist, not herbalist.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
thanks.
I wouldn't suggest any of you drink anything I make.
No. No.
We saw what happened when she drank one. No.
It would
Not
work.
natural. Not natural.
Well,
The first time.
what? Technically they're natural. We use them from parts of creatures.
Yeah, but like the way you I'm not getting into this argument again.
We call
It's
that
okay.
artificial.
Yeah.
I mean, if it helps, it will have zero effect on you. But if you drink anything else in my pack, I can't guarantee your safety.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go get our packs then. See what's in them.
Anyone want to drink an ominous potion from my pack? Anyone? No?
Not since
Okay.
season 2.
Hard pass.
Fair. Hey, this character's a pro now compared to Ash. Okay.
What's that? A pink potion? What can go wrong?
Oh, cry. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
All good. So, so if you're heading to the front, each of you is given a provisions pack. And inside of it, you are given about 5 days worth of rations, a small water skin that you have been informed will purify whatever liquid you put inside of it, but they ask that it's only water because cleaning these things out is a bitch. So so make sure that it's just water you're putting in here. Don't purify your alcohol or put blood in here for whatever reason. Just keep it to
You purify your alcohol. It's just pure acid.
I mean,
it's Everclear. It's just Everclear.
It's just Everclear. But at the same time, what is what have you ever seen what happens to a fairy if you give it Everclear?
It's like giving a seagull Mentos.
Oh God. And inside you also have 3 potions of healing.
More for the collection.
Here we go.
I mean, thanks.
Part of me wonders if I should just start adding a decay timer to these potions. Like they only last a certain amount of time and then they just go benign.
We should not be punished for Zoro's problems.
I actually really like that idea.
Because honestly, if you look at it, because like from like a game perspective, potions shouldn't really last forever. They should have
magic items.
They should have a shelf life, and then they start losing potency after a while.
They're magic.
You know what? Pocket Dimension also says otherwise.
We're in a
magic
magic apocalypse.
magic wanes. So there's
All
nothing
right.
saying that potion can't wane.
Relax.
So does that mean the 3 potions I had in my pack before are dead now?
No, because I haven't implemented the decay rule yet, so your potions
All
are
right.
still good.
And
They're
how
still
many?
at max timer?
And we have 3 in this pack. Is that
Yes,
right?
yeah, you have
Okay.
three of the ones that heal
All
with
right.
2d8.
I've got a lot of healing. I've got healing salves that I made and healing potion. We're good.
I still have a
Rosa, I
silver
did it because
flask.
people actually need potions to survive. It's just Zoro refuses to drink any of theirs.
Hey, I in season 2, I did exactly how I play in video games. I hoarded them until the last 2 final boss battles where I passed them out and used them like candy. So I still use them, just they're all end game.
And that right there is another reason for the decay rule.
No.
Here we go. I mean,
No,
I get it. I get it.
poison. I can still drink decayed things, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but it won't do anything.
I could still drink it. Did I stutter?
It still tastes like medicine.
Fair.
So
Aw.
I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I'm growing a person and I have to use the bathroom a lot, so I'm gonna step away.
Not a problem. Not a
I'll be
problem.
right back.
We've been here before twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have experience in human Gundams, so
Human.
While she's doing that though, real quick before we head out, I'm going to take out that book that I used to communicate with Bernard, where we can send messages back and forth to each other.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to write in it that we're headed into the forest, and that it's. I mean, I'm sure he knows everything about the forest already, but I'm going to let him know that it's a dangerous place without the proper protections. It's a very, very bad idea to go in there. And then I'll just tuck the book away. I won't wait for a response, but just so he knows that if he tries to join us at any point without proper protections, that's just a bad idea.
Okay. And you write in the book and it does the same thing as it sort of like absorbs your words, and you assume that it is either on its way to him or that he's received it, but there's no reply message as of yet.
Okay.
I'm back.
You're back.
Welcome back.
So, as you grab your bags and everything, the two guards at the gate open the doors for you, and there's a long like wooden archway tunnel that they've made, sort of reminiscent of like something you would see in a like any sort of biohazard containment area, to where you would go through here, and this was kind of be like the
Oh, it's the decontamination.
yeah, it's pretty much like a decontamination tunnel. As you can see that there are various like runes and whatnot painted along the walls, and as you begin to step in, they sort of like light up and sort of cover, like pretty much just like illuminate your body in like a soft like purple light, but nothing seems to like happen to you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like go through it a couple steps behind everyone else and just keep an extra close eye on these runes and stuff. Make sure they're turning the same colors for me as they are for everyone else.
Yeah, it seems that these, like you're looking at these runes, and it seems like they're there to pretty much ward off any sorts of contaminants or curse or anything that's coming from the other side of this wall.
Callie's just been like extra nervous in the Blood Hunter camp, given her passengers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, given your passengers.
Your otherness.
You're a taxi bird.
Yeah.
First, she was a
Callie
delivery
is 3
driver.
people now.
Now she's the delivery dude.
You really can't. I'm gonna have to cut you off at that point. Like, if there's any other beings looking for passage, I think we just pass.
I'm running out of room.
Yeah.
Callie's just slowly but surely becoming a spiritual clown car.
Is it 3 or 4 now? Do we count Bernard as
If
2?
you count Bernard,
Okay, to be
it's
fair,
4. If
to
you
be
count
fair,
both of Bernards, it's 5.
Bernard, it doesn't count because Bernard is not like in Callie's mind or anything like that. He just occupies shadows.
If it's the same space. That's
No.
the only thing I was going by.
Oh no, it's like this is completely different. It's
Okay.
like
He's his own
it's
thing.
like the old entity and Ruger are along for the ride, and then Bernard is like in the hitched trailer to the clown car.
He's in the sidecar.
He's in the sidecar, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so you begin to walk through this long tunnel. It's probably about a good 35-40 feet. And then there's a set of like heavy iron doors on the other side.
I know that we asked them for sort of a map of the area that I believe that
I
Reiju
have it.
copied over. So,
Yeah,
and
it's
I know
just-
it's not
yeah.
extensive. It's just like sort of the beginning area or the immediate surroundings. So
Yeah, it's the immediate surroundings. So you've got like the main pathway that they take after they leave the encampment, and they stick with like the main trail that they pretty much have carved through the forest. But like on either side, there's probably about a mile's worth of space that they've sort of like mapped out, but there isn't really that much information in regards to that.
And I know that we're trying to find basically a Grand Canyon in this space, right?
You are pretty much trying to find pretty much what would be considered a mother tree.
Oh, I
Like,
thought there was like a big crevice or something that we were looking for.
no, you're looking for like pretty much the mother tree of this forest.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a scar. Maybe I'm confusing that with something else.
No, the mother tree itself, like, because you were told if you plant this seed, it
Mhm.
would begin to heal this forest and then begin to heal the scar that's been put on like this side of the world.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking for probably the heart of the forest.
You
this
pretty much the
forest?
heart of the forest, yeah, the mother tree.
Okay. All right. And we have
Thankfully,
no idea. We have no idea the direction it's at. We don't have any information right now.
all you
Correct.
know is all you know from like your druidic knowledge is normally the mother tree rests in dead center of the forest.
Okay.
Where dead center is at this point in time, you're not really sure.
All right. So I'm gonna just say we stick to the trail as far as we can go, and then we'll venture out from there. So sticking to the map, Blood Hunter's map.
Actually, the map I made when we were descending from space, did I happen to map out like a general line around this area?
You got the gist of the size of the forest, but that's about it.
Okay. That's more than enough for me, honestly. Like, just having that done will be good. She's gonna look at that. She's gonna look at our map. Oh, this might be a while.
Yeah. I'm going to, when we get to the other side of this tunnel, and I think we should stick to the path for a while just to kind of get a feel for the energy of the space. And then maybe Callie and I or just me, either way, we can go take an aerial view of the space and see what we can see. Give us sort of a direction to
Right.
go.
Okay. We don't actually know what's on the other side of these doors, do we?
Nope.
All right.
All you were told is that the life that remains in this forest is a bit dangerous.
Even the trees.
Even the trees, because apparently some of the trees can talk and do other things.
Right. Okay. Dagger, rapier, ring sword.
Flamethrower.
No, that was with Snip.
I purposely didn't take any flame spells because
Probably a good idea, seeing as how you're going to be in a giant forest.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to burn the forest down.
This is not 40k. We don't have flamers.
Maybe you
burning
don't.
it all down.
No.
I mean, I have
Look,
fireball. I'm
look.
not going to use it.
Goblins, gnomes, and kobolds exist. There are flamethrowers.
Yeah, for sure.
I only know 2 fire spells.
Oh, don't forget the dwarves. They got tanks.
That's okay. I have a necklace now that can allow me to turn it into water or something
Oh.
else.
Oh, I don't
True.
wanna. Get away from me.
If I see you try to cast fire, I'm gonna be like ice.
What's the
Ice.
range? What's
Ice.
the range on that necklace? Is there a range on the necklace?
I don't know. He didn't tell me, so I'm just gonna do it.
Does that
There you
affect
go.
magical things from other items as well? Like if I tried to use fire from my circlet, which
Yeah,
shoots
yes.
a line of fire out.
Yes, anything that would be designated as evocation magic, be it from a spellcaster or a magic item or a natural ability, that necklace can change it.
That
Stay away
Awesome.
from me. Go away.
Ice.
Honestly, I think ice ball. I think ice ball would be more dangerous than fireball, because now you just have this giant ice cube flying at someone.
That's kind of
You-
cool.
you cast it like up in the air above someone, turn it into ice so it solidifies and then drops down on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared. Let's go.
It's like now you're
Acid
taking
ball.
10d6 cold damage, but you're also taking crushing damage, because
Mhm.
here's just
Yeah,
this giant
bludgeoning.
ice cube.
Yeah.
Gravity. I learned.
Thanks, science.
Hey, magic.
But-
Hey, brain. Squish.
Yeah.
Classic.
Callback.
So yeah, you are at like you're still in the tunnel at these 2 giant heavy iron doors, sort of like staring at it. There are
I
no
look at
guards. There are no
Nyrix.
guards or anything here, so it is up to you to open these doors.
Just kind of pulls out the pendant slowly.
Do we touch? Do we push?
Nyrix was told that word would be sent forward, so there's no like piece of paper or anything that we present to them. However, for good measure, she does show the brand on her arm in case there's any watchers around, because she knows that we protect the walls and the doors and everything, to show that she's part of the order.
And as soon as like you show the brand, the door sort of like slowly opens up just like by an inch. You can hear like a lock sort of click and unlock as the door just gently swings open, giving you pretty much access to push it the rest of the way.
I'll just
And
use my
you-
staff. Shove.
She will push.
And as you push it open, you are hit with a breath of fresh air, as in front of you is this vibrant green, beautiful forest. Doesn't look corrupted. It doesn't look twisted. There's no poisonous haze anywhere. This looks like you just walked into perfectly serene, well taken care of forest.
This is
Rishu
lovely.
starts walking forward with the amulet in her hand.
Yeah, Sarah's walking, just charging forward confidently.
And as you walk in, you don't see anything change about you. You don't see any indication from the amulets or anything like that. Even the air itself tastes natural. You can even hear like large schools of birds chirping and singing throughout like this expansive land of green.
That's not what I was expecting.
Maybe the corruption's further within. Maybe it's a design of the forest. It lures people in until they're too far to do anything about it.
Honestly, the whole thing seems like a lure. She's gonna walk up to one of the closest foliage or tree.
Okay.
She's just gonna reach out and touch it.
And you reach out and touch it, and it's natural. It's a tree. The bark feels perfectly fine. The tree itself isn't sick. It's not flaking off. It's definitely something that's been well taken care of. Syra, it almost looks like this, like the forest itself is being tended to by druidic magic.
This is interesting.
Is my third eye still there?
Unless you got rid of it.
I haven't. Just takes the headband off, just puts it away, and just tries to open it up. I know it won't really see anything about like soul lines or anything, but I haven't really tested it out.
So as you focus and you begin to open the eye on your forehead and you look around, it's the same thing you see with your two natural eyes. Nothing here seems a lie.
Okay. I'm still not dropping my defenses around this. Okay.
Probably a good call.
Yeah.
Sarah is going to walk forward, and she'll also approach a different tree, kind of put her hand on it and say, "Hey, how are you?"
And
Kind of
as
speak with plants with
and
their
as
staff.
you place your hand on the tree and ask that, every tree in the area mimics your voice and just says, "Hey, how are you?" As you begin to see the trees themselves sort of like begin to move and sway as the sound of creaking wood begins to echo throughout the forest. The plant life around them begins to like almost dance as if it's like swaying in a breeze. And there are a few flowers that sort of bloom to life.
I'll druid craft some flowers onto the bark where I touched it as I leave my hand. And I go, "Well, that was an odd response, but..." She walks forward and kind of sways in time with the trees and the rest of the foliage, kind of mimicking their little dance. But still strides forward confidently.
Just gonna follow closely behind her just in case something, I don't know, grabs her.
I think we're okay for now.
For now. Okay.
Feels sort
And-
of like druidic magic, but I mean, it was odd that the tree didn't talk to me. It kind of mimicked me, but I don't know, maybe they're playing games.
I'm gonna activate my armor to just change to a more camouflage look. And just,
Camo mode activate.
Yep. Just gonna try and still don't trust it. And she is sweating this entire time. She's like, she doesn't know how to react here. She loves the view, however,
exactly.
Syra munches on a good berry and passes one out to each of the rest of the group. For food. Need to eat.
Hey, so is it okay if we like touch stuff around here? Because you guys just touched that tree and you're okay.
Just be careful, but I don't sense anything super dangerous, at least in the immediate vicinity. Keep to the trail.
So don't climb the trees then.
That's probably fine, but let me ask it first before you do. Some of them feel like they might be sentient. So, did you want to climb a tree?
You know, I've got this like primal urge deep down inside to just climb up the trees and jump from tree to tree.
Well,
Just to experience it once.
let me ask. And I'll approach the nearest kind of bunch of trees, and I'll put my hand on two of the trunks, and I'll say, I'll just transmit the image of my friend jumping from branch to branch, and then like a question sense of like acceptance.
And you sort of do that, and like the entire area around you, every tree sort of cracks all at once. Like there's just the sound of like cracking wood.
Do I interpret that to be like a positive sign or a negative sign?
You know what? Give me an insight check on the trees. Something I never thought I would have to say. Insight nature.
Yeah, the rest of us just hear, and we're just like,
And I unplugged my headphones. Don't worry, they're not far. Okay. So, insight or nature?
Insight,
Okay.
because you're asking Zorro died again.
Oh no. She
There
said
we go.
that something's up with headset.
Okay, sorry. I had to fix the sound and disconnecting help. Sorry.
All good.
Continue.
That is a 18.
You take it as a sign of acceptance.
I think it's okay. Just don't go too far from us.
Yeah. I'll like stay around you guys.
see how many loops you can do in a minute.
Oh, is that a challenge?
I want
I
to keep
highly
track.
suggest not getting lost and being separated in here.
Well, she's just going up.
Yeah, I'll stay around you guys. I'll like circle you guys as you go down the trail.
It's like when Ruger goes flying, except not flying.
I really want to go in the trees.
Then go.
You do you.
You run straight for the nearest tree. Go straight up it.
Okay.
Which I believe I can just do now because monk bullshit.
Because monk bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely can. So I just run straight up the tree and start going from like tree to tree, staying close to the group, but like doing circles around them.
Before
Pulling a
you
Naruto.
before you start Narutoing from tree to tree, you get up the first tree up to where you feel is a good launching point, and you sort of stop as you come face to face with what looks to be a jaguar, just sitting in the tree, like on like one of the larger branches of the tree.
I'm just walking forward.
Do the roll here. Yeah, so Callie goes up the tree, like probably disappears into its foliage for a moment, screams, then comes falling out of the tree.
I'll rush over to her. What's wrong?
You know that big cat that you like turn into sometimes? There's one up there, I think, but not purple.
Oh, what color?
Black?
It wasn't
Question
black.
mark?
Well, you said jaguar, so
Yeah.
I
No,
assumed
it,
black.
it's the way that it almost looked just like a soft brownish color.
It was dark colored. I didn't stick around to look. I went up there and it was right there. Caught me off guard.
I'll try to find sight of it.
Go ahead and give me a investigation roll.
3 things. 1, I told you so. 2, we can either hunt it for further food, or 3, we move on.
Well, just leave it alone. It didn't attack.
Yeah, but food.
Sure.
I I
Don't we
probably
have enough
surprised
food?
it just as much as it surprised me.
We don't need to eat it. We've got plenty of food. Um,
Famous last words.
19 perception.
So you're able to see the big cat just laying in the laying on this large tree branch, but it's not moving. Looking at it more, it's made out of wood.
Oh,
It's sort of become part of the tree.
that's just the part of the tree. It's made of wood.
But the way that it looks, that's not natural.
Only natural.
Like you've seen sort of formations in trees and whatnot that sort of look like other things, but this is like a perfect 1-to-1 of a jaguar.
Callie, I don't think you should be running through the trees anymore.
Yeah, that seems not right, doesn't it?
I mean, at first I thought maybe it was just like a unique shape of the branch that took, but now I'm thinking maybe these trees did something to the creature, and now the creature is wood or encased in wood, and that's concerning.
As you're talking, you like a small butterfly sort of flies by and lands on the tree. And like right before your eyes, it petrifies into the wood.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't.
Let's not touch the trees anymore.
You know, why
Agreed.
have a hunter around if y'all aren't even gonna take my advice?
Your advice is
Don't touch the
yours.
tree. It is, but if it gets you killed, then fine, that's on you guys. So don't touch the tree and look what happened.
I mean,
Not that I knew that would happen, but still.
they seemed
So,
okay
yeah.
at first.
Now
Just
we
a
know.
Nothing
little-
is here is okay.
Just not very talkative, but
And I mean, maybe we are okay to touch them because of the amulets, but that doesn't mean we should.
oh, that's a good point. Let's just stay on the path for now.
That's fair, yeah. Alright, you want to lead the way, Sarah? Or do you, Nirix?
Oh, you want me to leave?
Well, this is your territory, technically.
Oh, it is. But no one's taking my advice.
I'm
but I'll leave.
disappointed that you didn't make a neck in the woods joke.
That would assume that she had a neck to begin with.
I'm necked. Just because I have a shawl around it doesn't mean they're not a shawl, but whatever. It's a little
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
That's
You
So-
go on ahead. You go on ahead, sis, and I'll help you. Okay? So help
Alright.
action
Keep an eye out.
Nirix for her survival check. Basically, I'd like to help her using my knowledge of the forest and nature to kind of help point things out. Let me know when we're getting past, when we're actually
That's the 1
passing,
mile
yeah,
mark.
when we're past the path and are going into the forest, because there's some things I want to cast when we get to that point.
Okay, so the pathway itself only leads out of the forest. You walk for probably about 2 miles and then you'll come to the forest's edge and it will go out into like more of like the open world.
Oh, I
Like,
didn't realize. I thought
yeah.
it just goes into the center and then kind of stops because they didn't go any further.
The blood hunters don't go into the forest. They stay away from that. They
In
pretty
that
much
case-
they pretty much just stick to this path until they leave the forest and then they're out into the world.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to wild shape into a bird, a hawk, and fly up to get a view of our surroundings to figure out where we should head to go towards the center.
Okay. Are you like breaking the tree line and like going up past the
Yeah.
like okay.
I'm going up high so I can, but I'm doing it while they're still on the path so that I can easily find them again because I can see that open space.
Okay. So as you fly up and you break the tree line, you sort of like as you're going through like some of the leaves of the trees, there's there's a bit of a feeling as if something is trying to grab hold of you, trying to hold you back. But due to what you assume is the pendant that you have, it can't take complete hold and you're able to break through the tree line.
Okay.
And as you get up past it, you can see just this expansive forest running out until like like almost to the coastline. As the height that you are, like, since you are going high, you can actually see the coastline of where you're at in part of the ocean. Along on the other side, where like the pathway would lead out of the forest and into the rest of the cursed lands. Much like the forest, it's nothing like you were told of. You see a very open grassland after the forest's edge, completely green and vibrant. Though again, you every now and then you see a couple of like these what may be grazing deer out there, but again, they are like petrified in like this wood.
Okay.
And you like looking around, you could see that there are birds in the sky with you, not flying, just almost as if they're frozen in time in like this wood-like shell, but you can still hear them chirping and flying by you.
Okay. A little disturbed. Do I get a sense of direction for where I should head to direct the group to go towards the center?
You would have to head. See, you're heading south right now. So you would have to head to the. You'd have to head to the east to go deeper into the forest.
Okay. So I don't want to go too far away from my group. I just wanted to kind of go up and see, get a sense of direction and go back down. Especially when I see all this odd stuff, I don't feel comfortable leaving my group alone too long. So I'll swoop back into a dive.
Are you big or small bird?
I'm a hawk. I'm a normal sized
She'll put an
hawk.
arm out.
Okay. So I dive down and try to gently, without totally ripping up Reichu's arm, with my talons.
I remember you not being all frivolous with these, so she's just gonna start pointing and just say, squawk when you say the right direction. Oh, okay. Right that. Okay, so. Oh, east. Oh, towards the sun. Ow. Right, goggles. All right. Okay. She'll just let you climb on the shoulder and walk with Nyrix.
Kind of contented with that right now because I get a free ride. And Ollie is probably trailing along.
Can you
beside
give
you guys
me
as well? Is Ollie with us or did Ollie stay behind?
Ollie stayed behind, I thought.
No,
Ollie does what Ollie wants.
Ollie does what Ollie wants.
That's why I'm like,
true. That's true that Ollie did join us.
But you don't know where Ollie's at the moment.
okay. Cyrus learned not to be too concerned about it. Ollie seems to know what's best for Ollie.
You know, if you come across Ollie, I'm going to give him the spare necklace.
But
I mean, he's already kind of mutated and
Yeah.
wonky looking,
Yeah.
so.
Syra, can you give me a wisdom check?
Okay.
Ollie is honey badger. He does what he wants. Gives no
That's
fucks.
what I want. That's cocked. Okay. Ollie is honey badger. Yeah, no, you're thinking of my lizard who stayed behind. Simon stayed behind.
Simon.
Was it wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, 13 guys, so 8. Math. 21.
21.
So I have a +8 to my wisdoms.
You have this sudden
Oh,
fear.
sorry. That was a wisdom save. Sorry, wisdom check is different. That would be 17. Sorry.
Yeah. So you have this sudden fear that you need to change back. That something is wrong. You can feel you can feel yourself begin to lose sense of who you are.
Uh-oh.
As
That's like
bird thoughts begin to like seep into your mind.
And I've polymorphed before, so I probably like it feels sort of like what happens when I polymorph, and I don't like that feeling. That's why I avoid doing that to myself. So, okay, I'll hop off Reiju's arm and I'll transform back into myself.
And it's a bit of a hassle at times, or at a bit of time. You can, like, as you hop off and you begin to try to transform back, those of you around Sire begin to like see her body begin to like morph back into Sire, and then back into the hawk, and back into Sire, and back to the hawk, and you're finally able to like kind of like push through it and come back to your natural form.
And I'm probably sweating and panting a little bit from that effort.
Yeah,
which is extremely unusual for me.
You are going to take a point of exhaustion.
Seriously? Whoa, okay. Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm bent over. I'd probably throw up a little bit if I've got a point of exhaustion, honestly.
Sarah, are you okay?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I feel fucking awful.
Okay, so
I don't think we can't really rely on me to do that pretty much anymore.
Pendant goes with your form.
No, the pendant's fine. The pendant is fine.
No, I'm saying the pendant goes with her form when she transforms. Therefore, it's not actually.
No, the pendant the pendant still protects her.
And I'll confirm
this is something
that
completely different.
If Reiju says that, I'll be like, no, I think the pendant worked. I felt something try to prevent me from breaking the tree line, but that magic allowed me to. It's not that. There's something else about this place that it was trying to make me go wild. When I was the hawk, it wanted me to stay hawk and go full hawk, like brain and everything. Felt kind of like when I polymorphed, but it's worse, and it was really hard to come back to myself. So, and now I'm really tired. I feel spent, like I just spent a whole day in that form. It's.
Oof. Right,
I don't think we can really rely on me being able to shape, which makes me feel like a part of me is closed off and I don't like it.
Right. As you said, as everyone's been telling us, this place is fucked. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know what might have happened to some of the other druids that came here. Because if they tried to do what I just did, I mean, that's sort of like a huge thing in our repertoire of like things we use, is that shaping.
Some of the animals that we see maybe used to be people.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the forest too. It could be a combination of multiple things, maybe.
Yeah. And there was petrified birds up there, like they were frozen in time in wood. But I could hear them.
They were just like up there in the sky?
But like frozen, not flapping, just petrified.
Well, that's not right.
Right?
And that's not good for you, Callie, because I know how much you like to go up there.
Yeah, but I'm a person. So mostly I'm several people.
I'm not trying to be offensive here. I'm just saying it is not good to be up there.
She could try. I mean, I can't. So if we need an aerial view again, it would have to be Callie.
We're trying a lot of things, and
my flying is like different. I mean, it's still, there's definitely risk, and let's not do it unless we absolutely have to.
Right.
Especially since mine is like really limited.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
But if we need to do it, I can give it a try because I don't have to turn into an animal to do it.
I did get a sense of direction, like I squawked earlier.
Right.
East. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard I really need to teach you just to speak foreign one of these days so we can talk like proper when you turn into a bird.
Oh, you could talk to me, and you probably Callie probably understands everything I say when I'm a bird.
When you're a bird, and when you're a bird, you start squawking. Callie understands everything.
So you probably heard me clearly say east.
Like when you're around people that are speaking a different language and they're shit talking you, and they don't know that you know how to speak the language that they're speaking.
It's like
the whole time Reggie's like pointing, like here, and you just all you hear is nope.
Nope.
Please let it
but
happen.
it's normal language to Callie, so Callie doesn't actually say anything because it's just like, oh yeah, everybody can understand Syra, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is normal.
Yeah.
All right, well let's head forward. However, if we don't mind, if we can take, I mean, I'm pretty tired, but
It just
can we take 10 minutes for me to cast
catch
something?
your breath. Yeah, catch your breath.
I'm also going to meditate, and I think I'll get some useful information from it. So
Okay.
everyone, just quick break. And I'm going to sit down and take out some flowers and bits of fur and twigs that I've collected and arrange them in a ritualistic circle around me, and just cross-legged sit with my staff over my legs, and I'm going to cast one of my 5th level spells, Commune with Nature, ritualistically. So let me share that in VTT. Hopefully that popped up.
It did.
But for everybody, it's basically I briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory in the outdoors. This spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. In caves or other natural underground city, that doesn't matter because we're not underground. You instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence, or buildings. So I would like to know information about the terrain, just information about the terrain, bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, and the first 3 basically, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead. So within 3-mile radius of me.
Okay, so for those is for like the powerful celestials, phase fiends, elementals, or undead, which one did you want?
Do I have to pick?
Yeah,
Which?
because it says that you choose up to 3 facts. So terrains and body of water, that would be one, but prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples, that each one of those would be a different selection.
Oh, I thought it was sort of each bullet
that's
point
fine.
was one thing.
No.
Okay, got it. Damn it. It's a 5th level spell, it should be.
No, that's more like 7th, 8th level kind of stuff. I'm sorry.
You commune with nature. You don't open nature's Wikipedia though.
Okay, fine. Then I want
What if you
information of.
upcasted? Do you get to know more information from G?
This isn't Black Mesa. You
I
can't just pull it up.
I could not upcast from a 5th level anyway. It's the highest I can do.
Damn.
Terrain.
Okay.
Yeah,
terrain and bodies of water is 1. That right there will cover it. That pretty much gives
okay.
you like the gist
That
of the area.
counts as 1.
Yeah.
So I want that one. I want. Do I have to pick plants, animals, or peoples, or
Yeah,
is that all one too?
prevalent
Okay.
plants, minerals, animals, or people. Each one of those is its own separate thing.
Okay, then I want prevalent plants.
Okay.
So terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, and
This is complicated when you have to ask an undead person 3 questions. You're like, oh god, what do I ask?
do we want animals or do we want elementals?
I'm
I
thinking
would say-
elementals.
Yeah,
Elementals,
would be
yeah.
better.
Okay, elementals. So those 3 things within, but it's only within 3 miles.
Within
but,
a 3 mile. Okay.
Yeah.
So the terrain and body of water itself is you're looking at what would normally be a vibrant and lush forest. There are multiple bodies of water around you, a few lakes that seem to have sort of like an underwater reservoir feeding into it. And then there is a larger body of water that has sort of like a small river running from it. Plant life itself is, again, normally what you would find in your basic forest. There isn't anything alien about it, thankfully.
No prevalent plants?
No,
Like
it's
anything stands out.
And nothing that really stands out is a lot of just basic forest plant life around you. And then you wanted elementals.
Yeah.
There are no elementals within 3 miles of you, though you detect some sort of like elemental, like resilient elemental traces, like something was here recently, but it's sort of
residue.
Yeah, it's sort of like residue. It's like there's a footprint. So there is possibly an elemental nearby, but it's not within the 3 mile range of her spell.
Okay. And I didn't get a sense of any like sinkholes or sand pits or anything like that in the immediate terrain.
Not within the immediate terrain. It's like walking through the
Swamps.
Walking through the trees and whatnot. You know, it's gonna be a little bit rough because it is a very lush forest, and there aren't really many footpaths carved out here.
Okay.
Fire.
All right. That was sort of a waste of a level, but you never know. Sometimes
you
it
never
might
know.
come in handy. Still
Yeah.
have one. Oh no, wait. I cast it ritualistically, so I was okay actually. That doesn't use a slot.
Even
Right.
better.
So we're okay. It's not as much of a waste. We're fine. I just need 10 minutes.
I mean, I'm willing to sit here and figure it out just to be on the cautious side. So
Yeah.
I'd be totally down for that.
Yeah, every couple miles. Okay, 10-minute break.
Ah,
All
Eric
right.
is just like, pansies. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, we're cool.
So I kind of finish, and during that time, you see Syra's eyes probably have rolled back, and they're like sort of glowing green a little bit during this time. But then she comes back to herself and
Give me a sec. I gotta
Stands up, collects her.
reset the camera.
yeah.
okay,
Yeah, like,
collects
at
her
this-
stuff.
yeah. At this point, like Razor's just been looking around to see if like vines just overgrow you or something like that, and it's like,
Just tensely at the
actually-
ready.
Actually,
oh shit.
Syra, as
Yeah.
you are communing with nature,
Mm-hmm.
can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Is nothing sacred with you?
Not in this
Is
forest.
nothing sacred with you? You ask in a cursed land.
Wisdom,
yeah, I
you
was gonna
said?
say,
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that is
this
18.
is going to be a bad
18.
move. Bad part.
So, as Syra is sitting there, like in her meditative state, communing with nature, you do see a couple like vines sort of like sprout out from the ground and just like slowly begin to like lay across her legs. But it doesn't really go beyond that. And when Syra snaps out of it, she can easily just pull the like vines off of her.
I just look at the vines and I go, no, nope, you didn't have permission. Thank you.
Okay.
And Syra, you're getting the sense that this forest is very, very much drawn to druidic magic.
Okay. Do I get, I don't know if I need to do an insight check or that, but when I ping that, am I getting this sense that the draw is sort of like a hunger, like a type thing, or is it more of like a fascination?
It's
trying
more
to
of like a moth to a flame.
Okay.
It's like nature is trying to connect with nature.
Okay. All right. I'll gather my stuff up. Thanks for waiting, guys. I feel a little, well, I still feel really shitty, honestly, but it was nice to catch my breath. And I did get a little information about at least the next couple miles. Basically more of this. There is some lakes, and I kind of point out the directions of where the large bodies of water are. So I want to kind of veer a little bit more this way. I kind of indicate to get around them to continue towards the center of the forest. But if we did need to stop by a body of water or anything, or a river, I've got an idea where those are now. I didn't get a sense of any kind of strange plants than what I should expect, but maybe they just didn't ping is natural.
Oh.
So anyway, no elementals within the next couple of miles. However, I did get a sense that one had been in the area. So there's that.
Okay.
Okay, head on a swivel. Just in case.
Elementals.
Don't know what kind. Didn't get enough sense of that.
Thanks for a moment. So like
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to tell you that as well. Yes, you did get a sense of it.
Oh,
Because it is a powerful like Fey Fiend elemental right now, so you would know it's a water element.
sensed water elemental, which they tend to like to hang out near, obviously,
Those-
bodies of water. So by the lakes probably would be my guess.
So avoid the lakes. Got it.
Potentially.
Okay.
I mean, not elementals are bad. They're just mostly guardians.
That's the word. That's the word. Guardians.
this forest.
They may think we're
Hard to say
intruding.
True.
if we're doing the right lines or anything either in this kind of forest. So who knows if they don't even have their senses.
Also true.
Hmm.
Well,
All right.
let's continue on.
Okay.
Okay.
Sis, you go ahead and lead the way. I'll help out. Point stuff
Sounds
out for
good.
you.
Again, head on a swivel just in case.
Advantage to your roll, because I helping.
Yay.
All right, so which skill are you going to be using to begin to lead people through the forest here?
That's, I want to say perception survival just seems because we're on the edge of the forest right now, correct? We're getting ready
Yes.
to head actually
You're,
in. Yeah, I would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if that's the case, I would say, oh god, either nature or survival. I'm gonna start with survival first.
okay, that's
And
probably a good
see
one.
how to navigate then. Yeah. Okay, not terrible. 17.
Okay. Doot.
Rolled a little low on that one, but I'll take it.
Sorry, I was looking for my percentiles.
Oh, do you need me to roll them, or are you
Oh,
rolling them?
no. I'm rolling these.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's even more frightening.
Yeah.
Sometimes what we roll is pretty frightening too.
So
You're not wrong.
Nerix, how exactly are you leading everybody through the like the forest itself?
So if I'm using a survival check, I'm kind of doing the thing where not only am I observing what's in here, possible dangers or maybe just common as far as plant life or anything else, while at the same time trying to get a lay of the land as far as like, okay, is there like any quicksand around here? Are there any poisonous plants? Are there any dangers lurking in the trees? Just kind of a little bit of everything as she tries to not move too terribly fast, not in a slow pace, but not move too quickly through the forest, just to kind of get a lay of the land.
Okay. Are you forcefully cutting any of like the overgrown areas to clear an easier path, or are you leaving those untouched?
Mostly untouched. If there's like a bunch of branches and stuff in the way that it's physically like impossible for us to get through, she may cut them down. But if it's something that's just kind of a nuisance to move out of her way, she's just using her longbow to just kind of move off to the side and even assist to help people get through. But she's trying not to disturb too much because she feels like if she does, it may wake something, and she's not sure. So she's just being cautious if she can.
Okay. And there are times where you do have to sort of like cut some of like the branches away to get through a path, though all of you notice that like after it's cut, it's pretty much a sprint to get across because they almost instantaneously grow back. There seems to be like a large amount of regenerative magic that seem to be flowing through these plants and trees.
Sheriff definitely takes note of. Very good to know. also points out to her sister, since obviously druid, but at the same time, it's like, oh, good to know if anything else can do that in the forest.
Yeah.
Now, you said you were headed towards one of the bodies of water, correct?
No, we're gonna try to skirt around that,
Okay.
heading towards the center, as much
Yeah,
center
because
as
it's a
we
water
can.
elemental. We want to try to avoid it if possible, especially if it's more than likely not in its right mind. So, yeah, that'd be the smart move.
Okay. And you trek through here for probably about like an hour or two. Some areas are a lot easier to traverse than others. There are times where you have to pretty much climb over fallen trees or rocks or anything like that. And there's other times where it's just a nice little jaunt through a clearing of trees. And you come to an area where you see a wooden, like a wolf petrified in wood. Its stance and everything that is sort of like aggressive but defensive, and it's staring up at like something that's currently hidden from the tree line, or hidden in the tree line from where you're at.
Try to see where the is she talking? Is Zoro talking, or is that just background noise? I can't tell.
It's background noise. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
picking up on them. So sorry.
No worries. Just wanted to make sure you weren't talking because I didn't want to talk over you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Sorry, I'll mute myself for that.
Totally no worries. So Syra's gonna kind of saddle up next to the wolf and look in the direction that the wolf is looking to try to see what it saw, or see any traces of something that might have been in that area.
So you settle up next to the wolf and you look in there and you just see this gigantic snake head. Like, it's massive. The head itself looks like it could possibly just eat this wolf in a singular bite. And as you begin to follow it, you can see this thing goes on probably about a good 50 or 60 feet intertwined into a couple trees.
Does it look alive, or is it also petrified?
It's also petrified.
Is it making the hiss noise?
Yeah, do we hear noises coming from the animals, like the birds?
Yeah, you hear the wolf growling.
Huh.
Oh, that's just part of nature, isn't it?
And it's just like the sound of the trees sort of like groaning, and a little bit of like the bark snapping from the weight of the snake itself.
Zoro says she can play till 2:30, so yay. I'm gonna try talking to a tree again. Just speak with plants and be like, what happened here with these creatures?
Can I get, at this point in time, another wisdom saving throw?
I can't do anything, druid.
I was gonna say, this is not a druid safe space. I'm just saying.
It's
Druid
all I
no-no here.
do, though.
Was the snake pointed out to the rest of us?
I mean, you could clearly see that I'm bent down, staring straight up there, and then I have a reaction, like a big reaction to a giant snake head, and then I relax a little bit when I realize it's frozen. So there's a lot of body language here.
That's fair. Yeah.
There's a lot of
Some more body language follows as like all of Callie's feathers go like straight up.
Wisdom save this time or check?
Save.
Okay. What is that? Math. 17.
17. Okay. So you put your hand on it and you go to ask it a question, and you instantly can see the bark sort of try to like cover like your fingertips and trying to like absorb you into the tree as you quickly pull away. And as you do, you can see that the bark where your hand was at is now sort of furled up in sort of like the archway, or like in small arches where your fingertips were at.
Okay.
Is she missing fingernails?
No.
Okay.
So it was you. Why are you doing this? She asks the forest in tree talk.
And like like the entire forest around you, even everyone else can hear this as well, as it's just this deafening echo of Syra's voice asking, why are you doing this?
Real mature forest. Okay. Real mature. All right. Well, try very hard to avoid touching the trees, I guess. I mean, these creatures lived here at one point. It was almost like just all of a sudden the trees decided to be like, I'm gonna eat you. And they all decided to eat things. It's very weird. I'm curious to see if the whole forest is like this or if it's just this section of forest.
My money's on all of it.
Do you think maybe it's like I don't know, a defense mechanism of the forest? Do you think because of the calamity, the forest had to become this to protect what's on the other side of the forest?
Or maybe to protect the creatures? It thought it was helping them?
In one sense, it is almost like my people that were in those tubes. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's definitely not right. None of this is right. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's hostility in any way. I feel like it's almost a response to something.
Like self-preservation.
I
Kind
agree.
of.
I agree.
All right.
That's why I'm wondering if we discover it's just a section of the forest, maybe there's something triggering this response that's in this area, or it could be the whole forest, but I don't know, something to think about.
And as you're having that conversation, you hear again like this loud snapping of bark and then the wolf yelping in pain. But the scene like in front of you is still the same.
I wonder if that's like a spirit echo or if it's...
I think that's more a response to how the snap was before, saying sure, and also the wolf going, help. So
Lyric just has her bow out, her bow and arrow.
I think we should get moving. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, wolf. Maybe we could do something to help you later, or to help your spirit if you're gone. And I'll repeat that again I'll tap my staff and I'll speak in my beast tongue to the wolf, because I'm not sure if it can hear me or not, but I don't talk to the snake because snakes tend to be sassy assholes in my experience. So remembering way back to the desert snakes I tried to befriend that totally were mean and sassy.
You can't
stole my stuff.
I hate those guys.
Totally got mean girls by a couple of snakes.
Yes, so now I'm bitter towards snakes. But yeah, continuing on.
Right. So near the last part of Nerix leading everybody, you come to a bit of a clearing. And it is obvious that there are people nearby, as you can hear a couple of them sort of talking to one another very faintly. And you can hear you could almost hear a what sounds like a harp being played.
Language? Are we close enough to pick out words?
Every now and then you pick up like a stray word, and it's in common.
Okay.
But as you get deeper into the clearing, you can see that there's a camp set up And you notice that the markings on the tents themselves are that of a known druidic clan. Not yours, Syra, but one of the other ones.
Knowing Nyrix, she's probably trying to hold the group back anyway. But I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace on us and quietly suggest that we get to a hidden spot and just observe for a moment what they do.
Let's not linger too long.
Okay.
If they think that's a good idea. Or we could just move past.
I think we could just move past.
I'd like to watch and talk to them. So they might have information that could be helpful.
Honestly, everything about this says if we hold still, we're just as much like them.
Okay.
Keep moving. Like, maybe if we actually fix everything, this'll,
Well, at this point in time, the only thing you see is the tents. So you don't see people.
Okay.
But you can hear that the tent itself is, or not the tent, but the camp itself seems to be occupied.
I don't like it.
I don't like any of this, but if there are people alive in here, and they're, your kind of people, Syra, maybe they can help.
Just remember, they may not have the protection that we do.
Yeah.
Just because they're here doesn't mean they're sound of mind.
I'm just curious as to what's happened to them and what they know. But regardless, I cast Pass Without a Trace. Because if we want to slip past them, we could do that. But I would like to. I'm going to tell the group. I'd like to get a little closer and see, but I'll be as stealthy as possible.
Okay, we'll be right behind you.
Do you want me to go with you? I'm really quiet.
Yeah, probably quieter than me. I wanted to see if I recognize anything or
I'll stay by your side.
Know what happened to them.
I'm just in case for better the distance.
What was that? Nyrix? You're muted. But you said something. Did anyone catch it?
Nope.
I heard something about staying at a distance. That's all I heard.
She's better at a distance, so she's just gonna nod and protect from afar with her bow drawn and ready in case something attacks.
Heard that loud and clear. Got it.
There you
go. Then I guess Callie and I will stealthily, sticking to blind corners and shadows, try to get an angle where we can see into the tent.
Okay. Can both of you give me stealth rolls?
Okay. What dice wants to behave?
And this is plus the Pass Without a Trace, right?
Yeah. Okay. 20 for me.
Pass is plus 10, right?
Plus 10, yes.
It's a dirty 20.
34.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So both of you creep into the camp, and there are a couple tents spread about. But you seem to be drawn to one of the larger ones, where if this were Syra's people, this would be probably where their archdruid would be stationed. And when you creep up to the edge of the tent and you look in, you could see that there are multiple druids laying on the ground, encased in that wood with like the vines like wrapped around them in like a petrified state. But you hear people you can almost feel people walking by you and holding conversations with one another, talking about people being out for a hunt and preparing food for the upcoming night and putting up any natural wards to protect from poachers. Basic talk for a group of like druidic preservationists.
Does one of them look like they're the leader of the group? Do I see signs like druidic tattoos on them or anything that indicates that they're of higher rank among the group?
At the moment, it's very hard to determine because all of them are encased in wood. Like, so if there are any tattoos or anything on their flesh, they're not there at the moment.
Well, I'm going to get closer to see if I see any necklaces or any signs, or look at the body language of the people and see if there's anyone sitting in a place of deference, or like using kind of cultural clues to try to figure out who might be at least,
Okay.
they're looking to them, or like who would I take the best guess as to be of authority?
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll with advantage.
Okay. Okay. 17.
17. It takes a bit of time, but you do find somebody off against like the left side of the tent who is sleeping, who you feel may have had a bit of importance to this group. Not necessarily an archdruid, but somebody of higher ranking.
Okay. And looking around the rest of the camp, there doesn't seem to be anyone not petrified in the area.
No, if like you go to the other tents, everyone, it looks like they were petrified in their sleep. As there are sort of like when you did your commune with nature, and the vines sort of like started like going up on your legs, you can see that there is like every one of them seems to have like a singular vine entwined around their body, and now they're like petrified in wood.
Okay. I'm gonna signal to the others. It's okay. Everyone's petrified. But I have an idea I want to run by you guys.
That's about as mixed a signal as I'll ever take. All right, what's your idea, Sutter?
Well, I have this ability. I can save someone from petrification. We have an extra medallion. We might be able to get some more information or potential help. I believe that if I had to guess, this one over here would be one with maybe the most knowledge or authority in the group. Should we try?
How long have we been traveling?
Couple hours at this point in time.
It's the first lead I've heard of, so yeah. She'll pull out the spare pendant. Alright, so what do we need to do first?
I just have the pendant ready, I guess, and if you see them, alive again, throw it on them.
Alright, or which one is it? And she'll just kind of hold it up.
I point out the sleeping figure I'm standing beside. This one, I think.
Might be better if I just, put it on their chest while you do this. So
Okay.
I'll just hold it nearby.
Just be careful, Syra. This place seems to react to your magic.
Yeah, I know. And this is going to be a powerful spell, but well, let's do it.
All right.
And she spins her ring of spell storing, and it kind of spins and glows this bright green. And when she takes this kind of green ball of natural energy and thrusts it into the figure and casts greater restoration.
And as this green light enters into the body, you can see that the vine begins to slowly untwine from the body and sink back into the earth as the wood that was encapsulating this body falls off. And then you begin to hear screams of utter fear all around you. as this person sits up in with like a gasp of air.
Reiju, now.
Just kind of like, just lightly put the necklace part of it over the head, just let it droop.
And you just see this utter confusion in their faces. They're looking around.
I'm going to take their hands and start talking. I start like talking calmly in Druidic. I start just saying some calm sayings.
And as everything begins to fall off, you notice that this person isn't completely human, as they've got like a bit of like the soft like brown fur on their face, and they have a pair of like antlers that sort of like come up out of the forehead. And it's almost as if you're looking at like a satyr, but
okay,
more deer-like. He sort of like looks at you, he's like,
it's okay.
Where are we?
You're in Torakda, the forest, the corrupted forest. You were petrified. I don't know for how long. Keep this on you. It protects you.
But we were in paradise.
This is no longer a paradise.
Sort of looks around. It's like, no, you don't understand. We were in the forest. I was sitting down for our afternoon meal when I was petrified. And now I'm here.
And I will switch I'll switch to common so everyone knows what we're talking about now. And I'll kind of translate what we just said. Is it okay if I speak in this? Do you speak this?
As he nods, he's like, yes, I know the common tongue.
Okay, good, good.
Okay.
So how long did you live in this forest? Was this where your people resided? Or were you exploring?
This forest is our home. I don't know what you speak of.
Nobody's lived here for a very long time. How long has it been since the calamity?
200 years.
Okay.
He looks around and he just has sheer panic in his face as he's seeing everybody in here just petrified in this wood. No, this isn't right.
Obviously not. Something happened.
There was a great dark event, and the forest was tainted. It had a reaction, maybe, we guess. Maybe this petrification was an attempt to protect you all from what happened.
He like shakes his head violently. He's like, no, there was no such event.
Well, you wouldn't remember it because it happened instantaneously for you, most likely.
No, the calamity was stopped. They stopped it. We were in
of it.
We were in a time of celebration.
It was a false celebration then because it did occur.
It couldn't have.
Look around you.
As he like kind of like feels the pendant on his neck, like, no, this is wrong. These were used.
Those were used.
Yes. They stopped the calamity from happening.
They did not.
No.
They were supposed to.
I was there.
And something changed.
My friends and I stopped it.
Okay.
Your friends?
Who were your friends?
What's happened to them?
The same thing that happened to you. You were in petrification.
What's happened to my sister?
Is your sister one of these? And she gestures
and
to
he
the people.
stands up and he like sort of like pushes you away, and he starts like walking outside of the camp, and he stops and he looks around, looking into the other tents. No. This can't be right. We stopped it.
I'm sorry.
It was done.
I wish that was true.
Oh.
Sarah just has very like sorrow on her face and pain.
What is your name?
And he sort of looks. He's like, I'm Syra. And that's where we're ending for this week.
What?
Oh,
What?
Imposter!
you make geese.
That's very sus.
What? And it's a him?
Mhm.
When did I have a sex change in the future? Past.
When did you become a deer person?
When did I become I mean, that's more likely than the sex change for me.
Why did I become a satyr? Why? Of all the things. Oh no.
But yeah, this is where we are going to end for this week, because what is coming up next, we are going to need the full house and possibly the full 4 hours to do. So, you know, we were going to run until 2:30 today because we some of us have some real life things that need to be taken care of. So we are going to go ahead and call it early for today, but we will be back not next week, but the week after with the full house doing a full session. But coming up on Monday, we've got another episode, Tricorn Isles, when the sailors are forced to walk on land.
Terrible.
Oh no, we have 3 massive pieces of land that we need to discover. Oh no. Or
Oh no.
4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then we are technically on a short break right now for Destiny Forged, as because some work obligations have come up with some of our players. So, you know, it's either that or we play for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and what's coming up is not necessarily something that's going to be able to be taken care of in that amount of time. So we're going to be coming back in July with the full 4 hour shows again. Coming up next Saturday is another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign. And then we will cycle back after that with another episode of Tricorn Isles and hopefully getting everything spinning up on 4 wheels again. But for now, we are heading on out. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you on Monday.
Bye.